it's always been kind of interesting that we kind of got grouped in with bands like Free Throw and You Blew It and stuff that are more directly influenced by like Hampton Jazz and American football and like the like Midwest emo from that angle or whatever. Our influence is more like Jimmy Eat World type stuff. And in 2016 on the Wonder Years tour, we stayed at Chris from Hot Mulligan's freshman dorm. He was like, I got a place you can crash after the show in like Lansing, Michigan or whatever, Michigan or whatever. And we assumed it was like a house or whatever when we showed up. And we're like sleeping in the lobby.
I woke up to
lobby or whatever.
Somebody just like vacuuming right next to me. I'm like, that guy probably thinks I like partied last night and just
like couldn't find my way back to the room.
Yeah.
You're like, no, we're famous actually.
We were not famous at that time, that's for sure. If we are now, I don't know.
Please note, for maximum picture quality, it may be necessary to adjust the tracking control on your VCR. And now for our feature presentation.
Welcome to the Emo Social Club podcast, broadcasting to you on Adobe Radio. I am Brian.
And I'm Lizzie.
Hot interview this week.
Piping hot.
Very
steaming
hot. Straight out of the microwave.
I knew we were going to go there.
Can you add a really funny sound effect from there?
I will. It'll just be the beep, beep, beep of a microwave.
Great.
Yeah.
Like on the tables. Like, I'm sorry, but if you name your band Microwave, and what a lovely group of guys.
Yeah, very nice men.
Who hopefully just skip straight to where they're talking and don't listen to me making a joke about their band name.
We can only hope.
We can only hope. But lovely group of guys. We did this interview at the Salt Shed with all of the band members. And so the audio is great.
Yeah, it's, when we do a lot of people in an interview, we have found that we work with what we have and we go from there.
Yeah, but it was a fun time. We talked a lot about how I got into them and how Lizzie's been a fan and how our musical tastes should be better. But it was a good time, and thank you to Microwave and the Salt Shed for having us to do the show that night.
Thank you to Jamie Coletta for coming through too. Appreciate it.
She gets enough of a shout out in the actual episode.
There is like a good minute.
Yeah,
as she deserves.
Yeah, she gets a shout out.
But we also talked about this being their 10-year anniversary of Much Love.
Sure did. I listened to her the first time in 10 years. And that's because that's how long it's been around.
I just loved how Brian walked up to me outside of the Salt Shed when we were waiting for our credentials. And he just said, I just listened to this for the first time. And I just looked at him like, okay.
Yeah, because you have to, at some point, it was your first time. And that day was my first time listening to Much Love by Microwave.
I'm glad you got there at your big age.
This is our last episode. Lizzie gets so sassy after recording the end of the episode where we talk about not music that's been out for 10 years, but music that just came out in the last couple of weeks ahead of the summer tours, the spring summer tours. We talk about some new albums from the Maine, Bilmuri, Enter Shikari, Sayason's track. Like we talk about some of the new music that's come out and how we think, how we feel about it. What do we think? What do we think?
We have thoughts. We have emotions.
Our reviews. We give a little reviews. Do you like our reviews? I hope you like reviews from us.
There's going to be so many. I don't know.
No, we're
going to see what happens.
And it's interesting now that there's a band like Microwave doing their 10-year like in 2026 when it feels like a lot of bands were doing their 10 and 20 years in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
And we're going to still see it like through probably 2009.
I think what was kind of not like shocking to me, but I know Microwave has been a band for a while, but I would have never clocked that it was 10 years plus.
Yeah.
Just because, granted, it doesn't feel that I was in college 10 years ago for undergrad.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, I don't feel like I was in college 10 years ago either. Mm-hmm. You can do whatever you want with free will in this planet. And with my free will, I'm going to toss it over to the interview section of this episode.
So great of you.
We'll be back at the end to talk about new music. But for right now, let's go ahead. Let's hear what these microwaves got to say. What's going on with these microwaves? Emo Social Club, we are here live at the Salt Shed. I'm Brian.
And I'm Lizzie, and we are here with Microwave before they go on tonight for their 10-year anniversary tour. How are you guys?
We're doing great. We're having a great time on this tour in a nice blue bus, a big, beautiful blue bus, driving around in the lap of luxury with Carlos de los Santos, our wonderful bus driver.
Incredible. Do you mind saying who you are and what you do in the band for our audio listeners at home?
I am Nathan Hardy. I play guitar and I sing.
I'm Tyler Hill. I play bass.
I'm Tito Pittard. I play drums.
I'm Luke Jones. I play guitar.
With Microwave being on this Much Love 10-year anniversary tour, one, what made you want to do an anniversary tour amongst all of the kind of nostalgia tours that are out there? And how are you separating it from all of those nostalgia tours that are out there?
I feel like for this album and for us in particular, a lot of the listenership of the album has been since 2022. I'm not sure like what dynamics contributed to it, but we toured with The Story So Far around 2022, right coming out of COVID and whatnot, and then like afterwards on the internet, or just people started listening to Much Love more, and like 80% of the streams total online now from like Spotify and stuff are since 2022. So it's like so in a lot of ways it's kind of like had more attention in the last 4 years than it did in the first 4 years that it was around and stuff. We toured a lot after it came out, but we were just like it didn't we didn't like blow up or whatnot off the record when it came out. So it's been like a slow burn. It's not like a commemoration of like a time that we blew up or something. Yeah, it's just like an album. It was a release that happened that became more successful, I guess, later on. So it's an interesting dynamic in that tip or whatnot.
I feel like the first time I noticed people responding more to those songs live than Stovall songs was towards the end of 2018 or maybe 2019. But in terms of wanting to do this tour, the year before Stovall, our first record turned 10, and we just did one show in our hometown of Atlanta, and it went really, really well. It was probably the sickest show we've done as Microwave to date.
For sure the biggest. Headliner.
Definitely the biggest headliner we've ever done. It was super sick, and Much Love is much more popular than Stovall, so we figured we should probably do more than one show.
Okay.
The whole tour, yeah. Do you think that was because I know everybody being in the pandemic and all that through the 2020 and like emo, all of these other bands that had that kind of resurgence, like do you think that it's just that's what did it? Like we're looking for more bands like this? And
I do think that we like adjacently Mom Jeans and Hot Mulligan really took off, and we had sort of toured with those bands and been associated with them, and like Free Throw, who is like even more directly I think like an influence of those bands and stuff. But and we've been like touring and been friends with them for forever because we came up in the same Southeast regional house show sort of circuit, with like You Blew It and whatnot, Dick Hembe and stuff.
Because I'm actually a newer listener to you guys in general. Being a little bit older than Lizzie, who we were discussing like where we were 10 years ago, how old we were, and I was like 30 because I'm old as fuck and I'm like tired. But then like for me, like now, like I saw you guys for the first time last year with Mayday Parade, and I was like, there is so much energy for this band, and I have literally never listened to them. But I'd seen the Much Love album cover everywhere. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I saw it in an Apple store at some point, like something like that, like on the screens there. And to me, like as a newer fan coming in, I'm like, okay, I got to listen to this before I sit down with you guys. So for the first time today, I listened to it. I liked it. Nice. But I, to your point, I'm like, yeah, there was certain bands that I feel were maybe like 10 years ago, there was a different sound to it. And what was happening at that time was different than what was happening 20 years ago or something like that.
Yeah, like your sound and like Hot Mulligan during that time of emo and pop punk, for me personally, was kind of stale. So to hear you guys, Hot Mulligan, really most people on Tiny Engines, honestly, were very different. It was sonically better. Also, I was in college radio at the time, so I got Much Love as a mailer and then put it on my radio show.
Nice. Probably from
shout out Jamie
Coletta. Yeah, probably Jamie doing her work.
Yeah.
Working her magic.
Truly.
Honestly, like most of our influences at that time and like in general and stuff have been more like I think like Weezer was a big influence, like Manchester Orchestra and As Cities Burn. It's always been kind of interesting that we kind of got grouped in with bands like Free Throw and You Blew It and stuff that are more directly influenced by like Hampton jazz and American football and like the like Midwest emo from that angle or whatever. Our influence is more like Jimmy Eat World type stuff, and we had less like capos and twinkly guitars and open tunings and everything.
Yes.
Like we don't really have a lot of that stuff. It's a little bit more like active rock type stuff and everything. But we just but we toured with Hot Mulligan real early. In 2018, we did a tour that was Trophy Eyes, Seaway, us, Can't Swim, and Hot Mulligan, a 5-band bill that was like a 7-week tour. And they opened that tour, and then like 6 months later, we were like 3 of 5 or whatnot. But like 6 months after that, Hot Mulligan was like the hottest new band. And to this day, I think they are still the hot.
number one hot new band.
On there? A number one hot new
It
band.
does.
Number one hot new band.
Which is really cool. We actually stayed. In 2016 on the Wonder Years tour, we stayed at Chris from Hot Mulligan's freshman dorm. He was like,
Hell
I got a
yeah.
place you can crash after the show in like Lansing, Michigan or whatever, Michigan or whatever. And we assumed it was like a house or whatever. And we showed up and we're like sleeping in the lobby of like
So was it at least like a solo dorm, or was it like he had a roommate and the roommate was like, hello?
I think it was like a holiday or something.
Yeah, he had a roommate, but the roommate wasn't there.
Okay.
But I remember it was like a standard dorm, so like we didn't all fit, and so I just went and slept like on the couch in like the common area, like the study or whatever, and I woke up to
lobby or whatever.
somebody just like vacuuming right next to me. And like that guy probably thinks I like partied last night and just
like couldn't find my way back to the room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we're famous actually.
We were not famous at that time, that's for sure. If we are now, I don't know. Yeah.
You're headlining
We're
Salt
headlining
Shed.
at
To me, you're
Salt Shed.
famous.
Yeah,
Sure,
that's
yeah.
pretty big.
Yeah, you're famous.
And thinking about it, because how would you describe yourself as number one hot band in which genre category? Even though genre's kind of dead, where would you put you guys now? Because your latest albums too have been a little bit more psych-rocky, which is also very fun. But
That's definitely one of the qualifiers for our genre, which is adult mid-tempo contemporary psychedelic rock.
Interesting.
Yeah, we like to keep the tempo between 120 and 160 BPM. Sometimes we venture outside of it. We actually,
I was gonna say 160 is kind of pushing it.
yeah, 160 is pushing it, but that's
Slow
the
it
higher
down.
energy, like grass stains, trash stains type stuff.
And I think it's also interesting because a lot of the same fans, at least because I've seen you guys quite a few times, seeing everybody kind of transcend from Stovall all the way to now, you've kept a pretty consistent fan base, which is very rare in this industry.
It's definitely grown in the more recent years too, yeah. But it was sick to be able to like tour, like to have such an organic and slow sort of growth, and and have all the experiences. We for sure got our fill of like van tours and sleeping on strangers' floors, and like have had the whole dichotomy of. We weren't robbed of any of the experiences of
The dues
of developing a band. For sure. Yeah. I mean, some people their shit blows up and they're automatically and you're like 18 years old or something, and then like your whole life it's gonna be a thing. You didn't.
It's like I remember back like 20 years ago. There's all these bands who like blew up on Warped Tour, or like got really famous on like MySpace, and that's how old I am. Fuck. And it's like man, like
I remember MySpace.
It was
Where
a
were you on
beautiful
MySpace?
time.
Let's be real.
It was a beautiful time.
What's a MySpace?
So much better. So much better in our lives.
Yeah, with like the slow burn come up as an adult, like after like being in your 30s and stuff, and having the band finally be like feel like you're a career type thing or whatever. Yeah, I feel like you get the opportunity to. I've already failed or something, It's like when you're 18 and you have the pressure of like, I have to follow that up and do something just as good, like immediately, because like already people are expecting this really high bar. Yes. And like for us, like the bar is like slowly moved up instead of like all of a sudden people being like, you got to make another, I'm trying to think of like a classic quintessential record like that.
You need to do another Bleed American right now.
Yeah. They did.
Which they
did.
Yeah, they did. Yeah.
Jimmy's so goddamn good.
Jimmy will just keeps on banger after banger after banger. Honestly,
it's like you have to do another Tell All Your Friends. which they
Which
did
they
too.
did.
Fuck, they did
What's the
3 in a
band?
row.
I was
do
about to say,
another
we have to find a band that flopped.
Miseducation of Lauryn Hill.
Yeah.
You have
There
to
you
find
go.
one that someone
Yeah.
only did one.
There you go.
Only
Yeah.
did one, never came back. Then she appeared on stage with Kanye, and I was like, "Girl, this is all downhill now."
yeah.
It's
Let her cook. Let it.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of like, you guys seem to not have any ego, and I've found that there's a lot of bands that like, the longevity comes because there's no ego in it, and it's about like the art and the fans and the community, and it's not about like any one person on the stage or like celebrating anybody and like I came here to be celebrated. It's like it's something I've really noticed about a lot of bands over the last decade, like really popped off over the last decade or had more of that slow burn. It's like, you guys like really care about the people and each other and the communities of the bands that you work with, and no one is above anybody. I'm like, that's amazing. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I feel like to keep doing it, that has to be your motivation. Or it just becomes like a I don't know if it like a job or whatever. Like you're used to the dynamics of interacting with venues and show schedules and whatnot, and it's just like we don't really think about the rock star shit, I guess.
you guys aren't divas or anything.
Yeah.
Well,
That was never like
Tito demands his olives.
Oh,
Interesting.
Okay, just
Tito
regular
is a
hours?
rock star.
I never get them.
Is that the highest
We're
level of?
misrepresenting.
Is that the highest level of divaship that you get to? Is like, but my olives.
Yeah, it's just a bit.
Yeah.
Well, looking at you guys descending upwards and where you are now from kind of that emo sound to more psych rocky, what would be the next level up for microwave?
I feel like we're always exploring kind of both directions of we're big fans of like heavy music, like some of the first stuff that me and Tito when we first met in high school and stuff we're listening to was like Neurosis and Converge, and like we've been like lifelong fans of like heavier stuff. So we always wanted to explore that. When we started the band, we said we were trying to do something like Fear Before the March of Flames, like post-hardcore or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we've like explored more of the different Manchester Orchestra type energy and whatever, just like moved more into the indie adult mid-tempo contemporary space and whatnot. But we're always and then as our like influences change and we hear new stuff that comes out, like Frank Ocean Blonde comes out, and then it seeps its way in, and I think that was like a big influence with like the sonic textures of the most recent record of Let's Start Degeneracy, and that was really fun. We'll probably keep doing the layers of like just weird noises and stuff.
Yeah.
Probably explore some heavier stuff again. And then also some real chill, like Mac Miller's last two records.
Oh, okay.
Type shit, you know? I feel like, which we had. I feel like Hooperzine Dreams, the last song on the new record, is a little bit that direction and stuff. And it was really fun to put that together with the groovy bass lines and exploring more sort of like dancey polyrhythm stuff and everything. Yeah.
Now that you're mentioning all of that, I'm like, okay, now I hear all that influence in there. And I want to ask you guys to help me figure this out with Lizzie, because we did reviews of all of the When We Were Young records.
Here we go.
And one of them was Basement. And she was like, I don't know, I'm not really into this. And then I came and saw you guys last year, and I'm like, how the fuck do you not like Basement? Like, they sound a lot like that Basement record.
No,
and I liked it. I liked that Basement record, so I'm like, immediately I liked you guys. I'm like, but...
So here's the thing.
All right.
Degeneracy
Defend yourself.
sounds more like Post Animal, and I've been a big follower of Post Animal since 2016 too. So I think just because I found you guys both in that year, pretty much, it's like you guys are tied together for me.
Honestly, I need to check out Post Animal.
They're so
might
good.
be my,
They're good.
Is it
Like
going on there?
I Dream of You in a Castle. Best thing that they put out. Amazing, crazy. I have been in insane mosh pits to that band.
Where are they from?
Here.
Okay.
I saw them
Somebody's
originally.
in-
I saw them when they were first starting out with Joe Keery. Then he left.
That's right.
That's where
Joe
I
Keery
I
soul
saw
band.
Okay.
probably the best band
Who's Joe
lineup.
Keery?
He was in the Stranger
Stranger
Things.
Things.
Oh, right.
Yeah, DeJoe.
DeJoe.
Post Animal.
Post Animal.
Now
Yeah.
he's post Animal.
I will say one of the best shows I've ever seen was Somersault, Post Animal, and the Walters at Lincoln Hall. In the entire floor mosh pit.
Lincoln
Wow.
Hall, is Lincoln Hall where we played with Jimmy Eat World?
never played that.
No, wait.
No, it's a
That's
cute
the
indie venue.
Riviera.
The
It's an
Riviera.
audio.
Yeah.
It's an audio tree venue.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
love them.
I know.
So do you guys think you sound like Basement, or am I crazy?
I feel like Basement's more. Or do you want to answer this one?
I was gonna say I can speak to the Basement fandom. I'm a huge Basement fan.
Yeah.
I don't know. I started playing with Microwave in 2021, so I feel like I can still view it from some outside perspective, but I can see it being adjacent. I don't know if I would say that they sound similar, but I always compare things to like, could they play a show together and it makes sense?
Yeah.
And I think that it absolutely could. So I could see at least some of the guitar work with like the big like power chord things that like Basement does. But I feel like Basement has like more like quicksand riffs or something like that.
Yeah, it's more quicksand. And like title fight and stuff.
Yeah, they have like a lot of like title fight.
More of like the 90s like hum.
Yeah, like the
type of
hammer-on
influence.
pull-off single string riffs over like chunky chords. I don't know. It's like guitar nerd shit.
I feel like they're a cooler band. Like them in title fight. That's like cooler, like more. If you're into hardcore mostly and you like those bands, that's cool. If you're into Microwave, it's like you might be kind of like teetering on it. Are you really hardcore or not?
I mean, well, no. It's a lot of like, to me as a 90s kid, like the grunge sound of it, and like you're saying, hammer-ons, pull-offs, and learning like Nirvana riffs or all the like grunge drop D riffs that I learned as a kid. Like I can play guitar, and it's like, oh, I hear all that, and like, you know, coming around again in music as things become cyclical, and I hear a lot of the 90s in Basement, and then I watch you guys, I'm like, oh, I hear a lot of 90s in this too. And I'm like, yeah, okay, like Lizzie, get your shit together. Like, come on now.
I can
you
see
can like all these bands.
Yeah, Color Me in Kindness has a lot of that like 90s grungy stuff, and then Death is a Warm Blanket, the Microwave record, has a lot more like 90s grunge stuff. So I would compare those two the most probably.
So she should like it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree.
She should
But
like it.
then after that,
Alright,
Basement did
listen.
a lot more like Jimmy Eat World like leaning stuff after that. So, but they have a wide range of sound as well. So, but yeah, they're great.
Yeah, but I feel like we've had a little bit more like pop active rock influence with like songwriting and song structure style stuff. Sort of like he was mentioning Death is a Warm Blanket. And I feel and people have been like it reminds me of like the Deftones and whatnot, but I feel like there's like 9 Inch Nails influence and stuff, but it's like shit that was on the radio and whatnot. More so that like those bands were influenced by more like, you know, Rites of Spring, like sort of like low or subcultural bands and stuff, and we've always tried to like incorporate sort of like a popness to it. I feel like. Yeah, I heard something. I mean, they're like songs like "Dull" and "Something Right" and stuff are just like are like way different than like there's some stuff that does fit in that because we love that music. Yeah, we love like the same influences and stuff. I've loved for forever, and Quicksand. Sick bands. But so like we have songs that are like that too, but it's like we're always trying to like Ween is probably my favorite band, which is a Chicago classic. I know Riot Fest icons
all the time.
But the thing that I love about Ween is that they always just write great songs, and that there's like no genre. It's like it's like just every song is like a fresh approach to. They'll write like a flamenco song. They have a country album, and you know.
So Microwave is going to be the new Ween, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, genreless.
That's part of it. I try. Yeah, we're trying. I mean, honestly, our set is pretty wild. The fact that we have like screaming songs and then some and mix in some of the other songs is pretty. Especially as we go, like this set feels more like we're playing like Let's Start Degeneracy, the track that from the record now, which is like a dancey synth thing. Like Muse Madness.
Yeah.
And playing that, and then playing like a song from Death is a Warm Blanket afterwards that's like screaming for the whole chorus or whatever. It feels a little bit like what the hell. Actually, the end of our set is a really heavy song into But Not Often, which is just like a chill, upbeat, adult mid to contemporary rock. And it feels a little jarring to me, but it doesn't matter in the context. Since it's like Microwave show or whatever.
It's gonna chill everyone out too. They're like, yeah, this makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It feels to me like every show is like, we do this, but it's all this one band. And I've never felt like, oh man, I can't believe they made a sound. Like they made a song that sounds like that. It's like every band now I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. Do all of your influences. Do all of it. Try all everything.
Yeah. Military Gun is a sick band that I feel like has taken that into the equation. they got a nice, cool range of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. When it comes to when you're writing, especially for you developing new music going forward, I think of one of the lyrics on Degeneracy. It was like, I'm so bored of being sad.
Yeah.
And I obviously being originating more in the emo genre and kind of where we are now within that, is that still something you kind of stick to, or is that something you maybe want to explore more or move away from when in terms of like lyrical content going forward?
I do want to not focus on being sad for sure.
That's fair.
I do, yeah. No, I still kind of like feel that sentiment and stuff. I think about like the effect that or like the themes and messages that your music conveys to people, and I hope that we're like sowing
Seeds of
bringing people together and stuff.
Yeah.
And like never being what's the word?
Like, I find that a lot of bands, especially in emo and shit, it's like you're celebrating sadness or celebrating depression, and it's like, where do you really go? Like, what is the active thing to do after that, and what is it supposed to mean when you're at the show?
Yeah.
And like, it feels like there should be a more hopeful message after.
Yeah, no,
feeling that.
I feel like we as a band have existed through like the wave 2 of emo, when like the elder emo became a thing, and like it became cool. Like a lot of bands in the 2000s that like wouldn't have wanted to call themselves an emo band because the connotation was like not cool or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like you can now own it, and it's like it became like a cool thing, wave 2 or whatever. And then you got like the sad as fuck type shirts and everything.
Yeah.
Listen, I work for the company. I know.
Yeah, we DJ Emo Night LA.
I understand, yeah. Which is, it's a sick, just like nostalgic. Like I understand where it's coming from, what you're like celebrating and whatnot. But it is like when you zoom out, sometimes it's like we should be like happy as fuck.
Yeah.
Because what if being happy as fuck is as easy as framing it that way?
Yeah.
Being like choosing to focus on things.
Yeah.
You know, you like create your reality by the things you choose to put your awareness on and whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I think lyrically you can say, this is what I've been through, this is what I felt, and I want to leave you with a positive way to take it from there.
Yeah.
And at least with Emo Night LA, since we do work for them and they do have that shirt available online anytime you want to go grab one.
All right, let's calm down.
I'm not shilling.
Hey guys, you should go on Microwave.
Go on microwave.com. Is that the website?
No, it's not, unfortunately.
It was
That was-
MCRWV.
Okay.
We took the vowels out. Classic.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Crazy. Here's the thing: you just do the inverse. You take the sad as fuck and you just cross it out and put happy over it.
Yeah.
Then you sell it.
I would buy a shirt that said
you were gonna
stoked
say
as hell.
Take the consonants out and leave
Yeah.
the vowels. I was like, what would it be? I-O-A. You should do the opposite.
Yeah.
And take the consonants
It's
out
very-
and
it's-
only keep the vowels.
It's very Wheel of Fortune of us.
I-O-A-E.
Yeah. I bought
That's the
far
first
too
thing.
many
It's
vowels.
like, I bought too many vowels and
bought
now
too many
I'm
vowels.
out. I'm out of money.
Wait, I feel like I just interrupted you asking something though with my
Everything I say
side
is really
quest.
stupid. I'm
No.
just trying to make clips for short
What
form
is the
content.
side quest that Microwave are doing on this tour right now?
Side quests. Tito's got side quests.
Oh.
What's the side quest?
What other pursuits are you? What other endeavors are you pursuing?
Where are you
Have been
running off
pursuing?
to in the middle
What's
of the
your
day when
daily
you have
schedule
downtime?
like? What are you working on?
DJ has a whole Tito has a whole DJ set up in the.
Yeah,
saw
I have
that in there, yeah.
a
Making beats.
whole
Hell
DJ
yeah.
thing called Smaio, SMAIO.
Yeah.
It's fun. I don't know what to say about it other than it's cool.
Is it cool, funky beats?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like hip hop beats and dancey
Okay.
beats and stuff like that. And
Hell yeah.
I guess it's kind of like I don't know, Kanye West meets Flume and meets Radiohead or something.
Okay.
You're talking my language right
I was
now.
about to say we could be on this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
Where's the post set after the gig?
Where are you DJing after this?
You should do that.
Secret
real.
set.
Dude, you could.
I'm
what
trying
are
to
you doing?
I'm trying to figure it out. Maybe in the future.
As a DJ, it's incredibly easy.
Yeah.
It's so easy.
And you guys are in a large band. People would eat that shit up.
Yeah, no, me and Tito did a couple of the emo nights, or one in Atlanta and one in Jacksonville recently.
Yeah.
And it was we learned how to use the little fader thing.
Yeah.
And like the different.
Yeah.
Learned how to do the little scratch with the other side.
Yep.
You know.
Tito remixed the last song on the new record that just came out.
Ooh,
the deluxe.
okay.
Yeah.
He did a remix of Wrong.
Yeah.
That's something.
Oh yeah,
we,
there's a new Much Love release
Yeah.
with 10 new tracks.
Well,
Live tracks.
all remixed.
10 new live tracks. So it's the original tracks, and then we got live versions of all like full band live versions of all of them except Busy and Homebody have acoustic versions,
Okay.
and then Wrong has a Smile remix,
yeah,
Okay.
and it's
Hell yeah.
fire.
and it's fire.
Outside of Smile, I do yoga and
Yeah.
meditate.
Love meditating.
Those are my side
I was gonna
gigs.
say, my
Sleeps.
side, yeah,
Side
my
quest.
Side quest.
Side
yeah.
quests.
Really loves to sleep.
My side quest is finding a vegan restaurant every day. That's pretty much it.
Did you
Ricochet
find
Star.
one here?
Oh yeah, Chicago Diner every
Yeah.
time.
It's the only one.
That's
It's
the main
classic,
one.
you know.
Pick
the
Me
main
Up
one.
Cafe though in Uptown.
Yeah.
Also elite.
Okay,
It's a bit far from here, but
cool.
Yeah.
good.
They
Hell
have
yeah.
Next time
hands
you're
down
here.
so good.
Yeah, absolutely. Sick. Yeah, for sure.
I think I don't want to take up too much more of your time. I have one question from a friend of mine who asked, I'm going to try to say it in her words specifically. Why did you write Whimper? Like, what compelled you to do that?
That's an incredible way to ask that.
I read it, I'm asking that verbatim.
It sounds accusatory a little bit.
You know it is.
She's like, how
it's a
dare you
honor.
make me feel the feelings you're making me
It's
feel
a
with
little
this.
of a personal one, honestly, but it's like it was just from a personal experience of some of my first few romantic encounters.
Mm-hmm. I'm like, it sounds like a person. I listened to it and I'm like, why that song?
Why
Like, what bothered you about that? She's like, because I'm a yearner. I long. And I'm like, okay.
Song
okay.
that-
That's a classic horny one. For
Yeah,
sure.
I was like, wait, this isn't like, I thought it was gonna be really sad, and I'm like, what?
yeah.
It's horny, dude.
But
Like,
We've
what are
had
we
a
doing?
handful of
Is that the-
internet interactions where people are filming some random girl at
Yeah.
a show during Whimper or whatever.
Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
don't do that. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
that's
do
kind of
that.
odd.
Don't do
yeah.
that.
But is that
Or
the
that sounded like a weird way of putting that. But it's more like when you're at the baseball
When you're at
baseball
the
in the
baseball-
baseball
yeah.
stands and
The
you like
fan
zoom
cam,
in on
yeah.
someone and you're
Oh
like,
my-
look at this person
Yeah.
dancing right now.
the,
It's like, uh-oh.
It
the
was-
next
like, it
worst
was
thing
that
for a
vibe,
show
I
to
mean.
ever get is to have a fan cam of the hell no.
Yeah.
Well, they did
Or
that when
people-
they did
yeah.
that when we saw the Jonas Brothers, and I
They
was
did.
shook.
She was on the fan cam in the background.
I didn't know
Jonas
what to do.
Brothers
I
show.
got a lot of texts
Yeah.
about it. But what is the horniest microwave song?
Oh my god, it's Whimper.
But we don't know.
I think
They-
the newer one's probably.
Let's start degeneracy.
Let's start degeneracy,
It's kinda-
probably.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Because I feel like Whimper, honestly, I think we might redo a version of Whimper at some point where it doesn't get big and heavy. Mm-hmm. Because, like, then it feels like, it takes you out of that,
Yeah.
That's
the one you got to remix.
Yeah,
you
because
got to make it like
to
a
me,
real,
honestly,
like,
it's interesting that people still feel like Whimper's like a horny song because it's like, it feels like at the end you'd be like, but I'm not horny.
but
Well, it's
I'm not horny
embarrassing.
right now.
It's embarrassing to be attracted to a woman.
Okay, yeah. Where can we find you guys online? Where can we, I don't know, send you our horniest takes? What the fuck?
Okay,
Oh,
don't say it like
no.
don't say it like that.
Oh, God.
We've
it's
derailed.
gone.
No, it's over. Actually, we got to pack it up.
Yes.
There's no show tonight. We
No
got
show
to.
tonight.
I'll have to leave.
No show at all.
Hell yeah.
Oh, is this the moment where we
This
plug
is the
our
plug.
socials?
This is the
this is
plug.
the plug.
All
Don't
right.
actually tell them where they can find their horniest takes.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Yeah. Do not do that.
mcrwv.com, as we previously mentioned already.
Yes.
Well, shit.
that one
Microwave
out.
ATL, Instagram. I think we still have a Twitter.
No one uses Twitter.
Yeah, it's barely.
IOAE.com.
We're changing up the vowel.
Iowa.com.
Iowa.com.
Yeah.
That's why people don't
You'll
do
just
that.
have to take that other one.
IowaE.com.
Yeah.
That'll
Welcome
just
to
be
Iowa.com.
That'll be evil microwaves.
Yeah.
Oh, hell
The
yeah.
state of Iowa.
Damn.
Evil
That's a good
microwave
idea.
is Slipknot
Whoa.
somehow.
Yeah.
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 Halloween.
Is W
Halloween
a vowel
microwave.
sometimes? No, isn't it? Yeah.
No, why is the sometimes?
Yeah. Sometimes
Yeah.
why?
Why is the sometimes snack? Well, Microwave, thank you for taking some time out before your show today.
Yeah,
we're
thank you,
excited for it.
guys.
This lineup is fucking sick, and we're very glad to see you back. And I'm a fan now, so
Thank God.
Hell
I'll
yeah.
see. I'll know more next time you're in Chicago.
Hell yeah. Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah.
Yeah, of
thank you.
course.
Wow, what a time. You know, it's funny because like when we originally saw Microwave at Mayday Parade, back whenever that was, last year, I didn't know them that well. I saw their show and I was like, yeah, okay. Like I said, if you like Basement, you should like this. We already hashed it out. We hashed it out. The band agrees. But I enjoyed the gig. I enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
I enjoyed the music. I listened to the record that day and I did like it. So
I'm glad that you were able to approach me confidently and say, you know what? I listened to it.
the other fun thing about this show was that it was an album play. So I could do very easy research going into it. The next night after that, I went to go see the Maine at the Salt Shed.
Back-to-back nights for you.
Oh my God, we're back again. Backstreet's back. All right. And the Maine did their album release show for their new record, Joy Next Door, that came out technically Thursday night that day.
Yeah.
There have been a lot of records that came out in the last like 3 weeks.
I feel like all of it has been not like purposely probably pushed together in like this small time frame, but I do feel like a lot of these bands that have been around for a little bit, but more on that underground in a way, because some people know them, but the normal mainstream person wouldn't maybe.
Well, I think it's because they have giant tours.
Well,
I think they're doing giant tours for records, but I think some of them are doing records for giant tours. I don't know if you listen to all of them or what you've been listening to, but let's talk about a couple of the records that came out that I have listened to. Give a little brief shout out to new albums that came out. So the Maine is one. Have you listened to the Maine's new record yet?
I don't really care much for the Maine, so no, I'm sorry.
Whenever we sit here, and you're like, Brian, you should like this band. I can't believe you don't like this band. And you do that little like weird thing where you like don't look me in the eye while you tell me like, oh my God, how wrong you are.
Okay, next time I'm gonna get up in your face and be like,
no.
I'm gonna take
you
my
can
glasses
sit there
off.
and go, you're right. I will sit my half white ass down and listen. That's what you should be doing. And you go, oh, maybe my co-host who I sit with minimum once a week has a point about a band. Oh my God. Do you see what I mean? Do you see what I mean?
For the audio viewer, it's just,
The audio viewer, if you hear with your ears, she's giving me so much sass right now.
For all the viewers, unfortunately, Brian is the most talked to person that I talk with every single
and yet she
week.
won't take my fucking music recommendations. No, the Maine is a good band. They have 10 records.
I'm not saying they're not bad. It's just not my personal taste.
I know. And they have a lot of records that all kind of do different things.
Right.
I did a very big deep dive on them last year.
Yes,
and this is the first time I've been able to see them since doing that deep dive. Putting out their 10th record that comes out literally the day of is like, okay, I bet you're going to play a bunch of songs I haven't really had a chance to digest yet because they came out today.
Yeah.
Which, okay, maybe it's my fault for getting into, the 10th record. At the time of their 10th record, I'm getting into them versus getting into them.
I mean, I think it's better that you eventually got into them instead of, sometimes it's like, I've tried, it doesn't work for me, but if you really double down on a band that you do want to know more of, that's better than to get in at 10 than not at all.
Than never,
that way.
I guess.
Yeah.
Also, like, shout out to any band that can keep it together for 10 records.
Truly, that's a lot.
It's a lot. And
because they never change lineup either, right?
I think as far as I know, no. Although I think maybe one or two people have shifted in and out of the band over the years. But definitely John, the singer, Pat, the drummer, the guitarist, whose name I'm forgetting. I think most of them have been the same people throughout the whole career of the band, which is practically an unheard of thing in any of these bands that have had as long of a career. I think Joy Next Door is pretty good. They've had a couple records when I did that deep dive that I was like, this is a little to the 1975, including the one that they did before this one. And then this one really feels more of like an indie phase. It feels like it has some of that like 1975, like 80s pop rock influence from the last like decade. I think it's a little bit more in that realm. I actually think you might enjoy it more than some of the more, I know you're not a fan of the 1975, but if you're like me, you're like, hey, why are you doing the 1975?
That's my issue
You're not the
because
1975.
that sound has been coming back a lot more recently, and I've noticed it with some bands' releases over the last couple of months. And I'm like, guys, are we doing this again? Did we not learn from the last time? Like, come on. I'm like,
listen,
I get it. Right now, we
works.
don't have the 1975, but we still have 1975 at home.
Yeah, there's enough bands doing it. No shade to Grayscale, but another band that I think does a lot of that.
I miss Grace. I'm going to be that guy. Grayscale's first 2 releases,
Yeah.
the EPs and that first album, banger town.
Yep.
Then they did transition more into that 1975. And I said, you know what? At the time, I get it, but I'm not really stoked about it.
It feels weird. And I
because that was one of the pop punk bands during the 2010s era that I said, this is not really stale to me like a lot of the other ones were.
Yeah. Now, I have a weird relationship with that as somebody who loves the 1975.
I know.
And like, obviously I'm not mad when bands do it. Even the Maine, when they did their record, Lovely Little Lonely. Don't make alliteration your album titles when people have to talk about it on a podcast. It's a very specific problem that I'm dealing with.
Why.
That record has some songs that sound like the 1975, but it's doing it where it's an influence, not kind of like using that sound to drive that audience to listen to it, right? It sometimes feels like you're doing the 1975 in order to become the 1975 rather than doing sounds that you really like in music and combining them with your own style and ease.
Right.
Your steez.
Or bringing steez back?
First of all, it never left for me. It never left for me. Why are you so sassy with me, dude? What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, I don't want your recommendations of 90s slang or new bands. Or old bands.
I was about to say, this isn't a new band. This band's been around for
10 albums? They put it out like last year.
10 albums.
Nothing Nowhere put out 4 records in a year. Why can't the Maine? Don't listen. Nothing Nowhere is a genius.
I love Nothing About Nowhere.
That's, you know what his name is?
That is a Joe.
He's a Joe. Got him. Got a Joe in there.
No D.
I recommend you listen to it. You will report back.
That sounds threatening.
Yeah. I don't think you'll love it, but we have to fill content, man. Like, what do you want? I got to fill an hour. I don't know if you'll love it, but I think maybe this would be closer to what you like that isn't some of their earlier records.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know. Black and White, kind of underrated. It's a little bit more like mid-2000s, late 2000s, early 2010s, like almost like the Killers.
Okay.
But not quite that indie.
Okay.
It's like a little bit more like pop rock than it is indie.
Okay, I get the vibe.
Yeah. But I like a lot of the early stuff. Every record I listened to, I liked more than the last one. And then it got to American Candy and I was like, well, all right, can't win that one.
You're like, that's nice.
You might like Forever Halloween too. It was recorded on tape by...
That's the thing. Like I saw that come out because it was more Tumblr era for that. So I saw people post it and I'm like, oh, that's so cute. And I'm like, I just don't get the Maine. I'm sorry.
Got to keep trying, man. You just never give up, never surrender to your own taste. Another album that came out is Bilmuri. Now,
I'm not ever getting into Bilmuri.
That's crazy to me.
I have tried. Absolutely not.
Shit.
I absolutely not.
This is coming out after we've done a giveaway for the tickets to the show.
Good for you. I never said I was going to go to the show.
It is. I like hypothesized the concept of the 1975 with breakdowns, and I was like, fuck, it's Bilmuri. But like, it's more like meme-y and all that.
Right. I think the memeage of it is fine. I don't know. It's just.
Is the country of it?
It doesn't sound good to my ear.
No, that's crazy.
It reminds me, and this is a dig, of Belmont's country song. It reminds me of that, but it's not good.
You thought the country song was good? Go ahead. Explain it.
No, I thought it was bad.
Oh yeah, it's not. It's not great. I get it, but
that's how that's the sound. That's how Bilmuri sounds to me. Saying. And I'm like, I gotta do this, man.
I get what you're saying. I find it interesting. He went this country route, and I listened to this record a couple times. I found it to be interesting because he put out a record last year,
right?
That was very much dedicated to like this like country, twangy breakdowns, emo. Like writing very sad lyrics while sounding very upbeat or happy or twangy or all that, and then having breakdowns and all that. And this record is like the exact same.
I feel because Bilmuri does kind of fall into that hard active rock genre. Because I mean, I've heard Bilmuri on Octane, and then I switched it to a different Sirius channel.
And I literally have to sit here and be confronted with how wrong she is. I don't think he's so worried about genre because he literally just made the same record twice.
Yeah.
And he's not going more into Octane core. He's going more into like kind of the goofy side of things and the heavy side of things and the country side of things. It's like, that's what he does. I think that there was a lot of bands that heard him kind of on the skirt of the genre, like you're describing, but they like what he's doing to bring him in to help them to write music.
Well,
for
I also
their
think just because
shit.
he's former Attack, that also gives him a little bit of, but Creed there.
Yeah, I will say the opening track, Kinda Hard, is literally just a like a breakdown meme joke thing with like eagle sounds in it. And while it is kind of hard, I see that being the thing that people meme about for a while. Like just like a breakdown.
I think the thing is that
I've been asked to put it on emo night.
I know. Well, here's the thing. Like, eagle sounds funny. Great. I love it.
Hilarious.
I do feel that at least for me, when I see Bilmuri, it's hard to take him seriously.
Kind of hard.
Little kind of hard.
Kind of hard to take him seriously.
Kind of hard.
Wow.
But everybody else I talk to, they'll say, "Oh, I really love Bilmuri because of whatever other reasons that are a little bit more interpersonal," which I'm like, that's great.
He writes really sad lyrics.
Just not anything I can get into at all.
And one of my favorite bands, Andrew Shikari, also put out a record, which was a surprise release. Just kind of woke up and they're like, "Oh, here's a new record for you."
We were literally at the bar,
and
I got a press release, and I turned around and I said, "Brian, was Shikari putting out something?"
Yeah, like no.
And then
it was like when we it was like Kendrick dropped.
Yeah.
For me, because I'm like, oh shit, Shikari dropped.
That makes sense for you.
Very specifically to me and the entirety of the UK.
Yeah.
That's like Kendrick dropping.
Yeah.
I guess from what I read, they were like, we wanted to make something where we weren't worried about hitting #1 in the UK charts because they already had done that with their previous record. So they're like, we're just going to release this when we're done with it and we're ready. They're also going out on a tour. Yeah. They're doing a lot this year. So again, a record like, oh, well, we're going out on the road. We might as well have new material to play while we're out there. Big UK, Europe, and US tour, doing a Warped Tour date in the middle there. And this record fucking rules.
From what I heard so far, I did really like it.
Yeah, I think that this might be one of my favorite ones they've done, because the last couple or the last three were kind of going in a more pop oriented route, obviously reaching #1 on the UK charts. And this one is way more heavy and more politically, lyrically based, which has not been something they've done for their few records, whether it's just to please the mainstream or what. But I'm digging it. I like it. Of the three I've just mentioned, I'm like, that's the one I've listened to on repeat the most.
That was the one that I was like, yes, I'm going to listen to this because I already know that I will enjoy it. That's the big thing.
Because when you say trance and techno, it's like, here's that in the background.
Exactly.
You fucking. At least it has that additional genre for you to grab onto. The Maine have not put out their trance record yet.
I don't know what we're doing, man. Come on.
They should not.
No, I don't know how that would even go.
Dear the Maine, please don't put out a trance record. I recommend all three of those records, even though Bilmuri basically just sounds like the last one. But Lizzie, have you been listening to anything new? Anything new on your radar? Not in the trance and techno realm?
Not in the trance.
No, you have to say.
I mean, I've listened to the new Evanescence, which every time Evanescence puts out a song, it's good. But it's always... We know it's Evanescence. It's good. I'm not going to complain about it, but it's nothing, revolutionary in the terms of like, this is brand new sounds. Yeah. It's exactly what I'm expecting from Amy Lee. And that's more than fine in these times. Okay.
That's perfect in these times.
I need this in these times.
Queen does no wrong.
Literally.
You said you listened to the Seosin track.
I did listen to Seosin because this is a band that I was not super into when we did the reviews. Yeah. And I never really listened to, I listened to both versions with Cove and Anthony Green, and I didn't really care much for really either. Cove a little bit more, but not really. And I listened to it, and what I already saw in comments were a lot of people saying, "Oh, this sounds like Octane Core." And I listened to it, and I said, "There's a couple melodies that we could relate to it," but I'm like, overall, this is Seosin.
Yeah,
like this. I'm not mad at it. It's exactly what it is. I think it sounds pretty good for them, but I think so many people are up in arms about them being on Sumerian now, and they're worried that they're fast tracking them into that lane because Holding Absence also cited Sumerian, but also listening to new Holding Absence, they don't sound metalcore. They sound a little bit darker than some of their other stuff, which I think is a good direction for them personally. Yeah. But I think just because of Sumerian having that kind of weird thing tacked on to them with the label owner, especially during like the pandemic, saying some weird stuff.
Yeah.
But then again, he was like donating and like supporting trans. It's like a very weird dichotomy with it. And a lot of people kind of besmirch Sumerian and they're like, I love these bands, but I hate that they're on here. So then they also,
I mean, they have Bad Omens.
Yeah.
And they're like, they have
Poppy on there. I'm pretty sure too. On there.
Yeah. So it's like a lot of it sounds the same. So to your point about like Octane Radio, it's like, yeah, they're kind of doing all the Octane Radio bands on Sumerian, making their money. Yeah. With the big boys making their money on.
But I guess like listening to these other acts, they don't sound like that at all. As somebody who listens to Octane.
Right.
Unironically.
Yes, this is you saying this. Also, listen to Adobe Howl on the Adobe network.
Yeah.
Thank you for sponsoring us.
But that's my thing is I feel like people were too quick to jump on it and dogpile rather than actually listening to it, going back and listening to old, or just like knowing what it sounds like.
They have to know what old Seosin sounds like. It and sounds again, like old Seosin.
I'm not even a big Seosin fan, but as somebody who can listen to music critically and say like this is what it is and do a pretty objective critique, I would say, within reason with some. But I thought it was a good return for them. Yeah. And it looked like outside of, people who are really embedded in the scene, a lot of people enjoyed the new song. So I think that's what matters at the end of the day. So
I came around a lot on Seosin post our review. I listened to it a few more times and listened to their other stuff on some long drives. And I was like, you know what? This isn't that bad. I actually kind of dig it. And now listening to this song, I was like, yeah, I like it. It does not... I did not think it sounded Octane Core. I was like, what you guys heard was production. What you guys heard was making it sound good.
Yeah.
But the guitars are all there that you want, like from that early post-hardcore sound. Cove's vocals sound great.
Right.
I have no complaints.
I think the only other music that I've heard that hasn't just been a lot of re-listens, honestly, I listened to the new Hawthorne Heights track, obviously Cardinal, which has been out for a little bit.
Yeah.
And you said you liked it.
I liked it. Don't watch the music video. His hands are weird.
Okay.
Now everyone's going to watch it and they're going to go, oh yeah.
Okay.
It's a good song. I like the song a lot. But his hands are weird. Well, thank you for listening to our interview with Microwave. Go check out all of these new songs that just came out. Lizzie, where can they find us on the internet?
You can find us over on Instagram at Emo Social Club and on TikTok at XEmoSocialClubX.
And YouTube at youtube.com/@EmoSocialClub and /@EmoSocialClub podcast, where you can, hopefully you're watching this. If you're watching us there, go listen to it. And if you're listening to us, go watch it. Please consume this twice a day for your health. And much like brushing your teeth, we are a hygienic thing to do. Your significant other, whether you have one or not, will appreciate that you have taken care of yourself by listening or watching us, or both. We are the Emo Social Club. We'll be back next week with an interview with Bryce Vine.
Yes, that was supposed to come out this week. Then we got this one. It's okay. We're all getting there.
See you next week. Bye.